Good afternoon. This is Alana. So, in essence, today we are going to do a walkthrough of sorts through my sketchbook because it's all done. But before we do that, we need to clean house. Today is November 9th, 2024. And I am absolutely going to automatically make this political. Because there is nothing in this world, not art, not music, not food, not society, not community, not anything, that is not intrinsically linked to the concept of what we call politics. This week, for as far as we know, this hell-forgotten country that I live in has voted to affirm fascism, white supremacy, and everything that stands for. Now, for all of you that are so angry that I'm talking about this, instead of doing, being pretty and showing my art online, goodbye. Goodbye. I am not a safe place for you. This is not a safe space for white supremacy. This is not a safe space for homophobia, for transphobia, for any of you. The door is over there. And if I just look like some dumb white bitch, what do I know about anything? First of all, I don't have to prove myself to you. I don't give a shit about what you think of me and about who you are. But if you would like some of my credentials, I have a JD behind my name. I went to law school. I graduated law school. I was a practicing attorney for a couple of years. I had such a good time doing that I spent the last 3 months of 2022 in like a mental health hospital for suicidal ideation, which is one of the reasons why I am no longer an attorney. But that doesn't negate the fact that I have completely devoted many, many years of my life, of my time, of my existence, and my passion to learning about the law and overall American society in my community. Whether it is in the state of Oregon where I practiced, whether that is in the state of California where I live, whether it is in the general United States of America whose Constitution I have promised to uphold regardless of what I do in my life. So, if you're still here, if you're still watching, because I know all of you watch me through incognito tabs so that I can't get that information easily, we're going to talk about art now. And moving forward, if you are still here, if you are still listening and watching, I will always be doing what I can to integrate all of that knowledge, all of that passion that I have for hopefully creating a better community for everyone involved tomorrow, regardless of the ignorance that you all have taken up in arms. I don't know. It's the end of my gentle soapbox moment, because disappointed isn't even the term that I could describe and how I feel with a vast majority of the white people that I know are watching me. I'm fully aware that you all spy and do all sorts of shit to just not be viewed by your greater community. And I'm totally sick of it, but that doesn't mean that I believe any of you are a complete lost cause. But again, this isn't a safe space for you. Just because I can wish the best for you does not mean that I want you here. So, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I will take a gentle step back from what I would like to continue to harp upon. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that anything is going to get through your thick-ass skull. So let's just talk about some art. Shall we? I really like this because it's just a little pocket of all of the sketches that I needed for this book for this year. Since we've already seen the first half of the drawing book, I figured it would be fun to start with the last half and then work our way backwards. This was the last piece, and I really wanted to just pay a lot of homage to flora because I love flowers and I love imagery that represents the things that I love and I venerate in my life. So I had a lot of fun with that piece. Now this is a watercolor and a little bit of marker involved, but I've done a large body of work for this general concept of circles and squares, and I wanted to do it just in a mini version, and I had a lot of fun with that. Now, a lot of things I just have rolling around in my brain. I don't have a ton of like reference images that I use, and so for this I just wanted to think about looking at an ocean with my own little library. And I obviously am a lover of color, so there's a lot of that strewn about. And I don't know, I like to draw things that I dream of. I like to draw things that are just dreamscape-like. So this is one of my favorite pieces that I worked on recently. These are my 3 favorite colors: the pink, the purple, the blue. Very much my inner preteen was guiding me on this. And God, that bubble is so fun. Really enjoy that. Just that one little blue bubble. But I wanted to do a second angel on this page to go with her sister, like the cosmic angel on the primary page. That's the first piece that I worked on in this little flap. And I had such a fun time with this piece. I am very interested in creating wallpaper. I've done a couple pieces of wallpaper so far, and so I really enjoy that concept of having a piece that flows within one another from top to bottom. I didn't really do it from side to side in this piece, but I really enjoyed the process, for sure. Now this image has its own video on, I think, Let's Draw episode 7. Wow, we're already on episode 7. And so if you want to see more in-depth of how I worked on this piece, please go and check that out. But again, I don't have many tattoos, but I do love to immortalize my tattoos and my artwork. And that's my ear. That was my broken foot bone. Those are all the tools that I use up top. Oh, now this is the second piece that is dedicated to the band Small Fools' song, Tree of Life. I am still so, my autistic obsession with music going strong. This is absolutely one of those pieces for that. Now, I have a beautiful view out of my window of my childhood room, which I've had to move back into. And so this is just an homage to the gray wall that is outside of my window. And I mean, this is just very much I work through a lot of emotions through my art. And so this is just I am feeling something, I need to get it out. So let's put it on a page. Exhibit number 2 for that thought as well. Just, I am feeling a way and I need to get it out on the page. Again, a lot of that love for the pink, purple, blue color scheme here as well. But I love me a good hands. Love me a good emotive piece. I've obviously been drawing eyes since I've started to draw, when I was 10 or 11, when I truly just jumped into, I'm going to make art. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm really proud of this piece. It made me feel much more cathartic through going through it. Now this is what I would consider my dream house. It's beautiful, it's big, it's got a little bit of land for gardening, and it's right next to the ocean. I don't think this house actually exists, but it's nice to dream. Oh, and of course there's a little art shed on that would be on the property that has my kiln and ceramic studio in it, so I could teach, because I really miss that. Now this is that first piece in dedication to Small Fools' song, Tree of Life, which, again, if you haven't gone and listened to Small Fools, goddamn, they are an amazing brother and sister group, and their music is just divine. So this is just a little piece of, me just listening with my feet up on the wall, which is something my mom and I used to do after a long day at work to get the blood flowing back from the feet to the rest of the body. I miss my mom. Oh, this is just color blocking at its finest. This is an actual piece where I had a picture and like a reference photo, and I was like, I'm just gonna have fun and make it a dreamscape. Now this is also its own video for my Let's Draw series, and goddamn, I just had a fun time with this. It's based on a very old illustration I made probably in 2010, 2011. So, I was very, very into Gothic architecture post high school, beginning of college, where I actually got an education in college, because I certainly didn't get an education in my private high school. But I digress. Oh, these two I would consider companion pieces on this and the page next to it. But I just really had a fun time of, again, just emoting my thoughts and feelings and prayers and hopes for it. My current situation of just getting out into the world again one day, getting away, Again, very metaphorical. And having had a DSLR camera for over 16 years now, I do love that little green rectangle in the middle of the foreground. Just kind of puts a little stamp on it. I just needed a picture so I could move to the next page, because I like to fill one page before I go to the next. But this piece I am so proud of. This is called Desire's Pyre, which is what the ancient Greek in that lettering says. But I just had a really beautiful time being inspired by Sleep Token's song, Take Me Back to Eden. Again, go and listen to all of Sleep Token for sure. Really, really had a fun time playing with a very limited color palette for that piece. And I love just the blue, the royal blue, ultramarine blue with gold. That says Cyclopompus at the bottom. But again, just the bones, the angel wings, the royal blue, the gold, all of my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things, along with the eyes, naturally. And then to end it all off, I super didn't finish this, and I'm not going to, but it's like one of the last frames from the 2015 or 16 Léa Seydoux Beauty and the Beast, which is a very guilty pleasure. And that's the end. That's this year done in this sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed it.